Alrighty, we are here for the Primitive War trailer. I even got a new camera for this as well. Well, mainly for the wedding. It was Kelly's idea. I have to say that before I get in trouble. But yeah, we got the Primitive War trailer. Got the cool truck here. I'll show you guys around it. So here it is. Here's the little truck. But yeah, we're gonna get a bite to eat. Premiere's in there. We're like an hour early, so like we still got a bit to go. But let's get it. Alrighty, we're in the Primitive War premiere. Wow, this is so weird with this camera, but it probably looks really good. Here is everything of what's going on and all that jazz. So I'm just flipping my camera over. But yeah, we got a lot of little cool things happening. You know, they got the cast and crew over there doing interviews and things like that. But yeah, they even got this merch that I'm probably gonna buy as well. But yeah, it's gonna be sick. What the hell? Hell yeah, that's sick. Why is this low-key already better than the Rebirth premiere? There's an actual dinosaur here. Oh, they've knocked down the poster. Oh no.
Yeah, you gotta get
photos. Give me all the content. Oh my god, it's actually... This is so cool. Alrighty, we are here for the Primitive War premiere. Wow, we saw a bunch of dino action before. Pretty cool. But yeah, that's the screen right there. I think I'm gonna, give my little predictions. The premiere, like the atmosphere is like amazing, right? It's so good. I generally like really had a great time. They had a T-Rex and stuff like that. I don't know. I think I prefer this premiere because I know more people going to this premiere. With the Universe one, it was very influency based, but I got to invite some content creator friends thanks to Luke Spark. So yeah, I definitely am having a good time here. Yeah, I think they're going to be doing a Q&A before the movie starts as well. So really excited. And we got good seats as well. Like look at these seats that we got. Look at them at the back. In the middle, I'm ready. Yeah, I guess predictions for, I don't know what to do really for predictions for this. I'm just excited. I'm just excited for a new dinosaur movie. Some competition, that's what I really want. I want this kind of to, I want this to do really well. I want to, not because I'm very biased, as I said in my hot takes video last week, I'm very biased because this movie is filmed in Australia. The director's Australian as well. It's a dinosaur movie filmed in Australia. I'm Australian. This is the second premiere in the world. Gold Coast was last night. This is Sydney, so first to worst, second to best. So yeah, I'm very excited. I think we're in good hands. I think this is going to be something that Jurassic fans that are mature, in the sense of like 18 plus. Jurassic Park fans are in their 30s and 40s. Jurassic World fans are, people that grew up with it are, 18 plus now, or at least like 15 or something like that, want something more mature, something a bit more edgy, less family and kid friendly, you know what I mean? And I think this is what we're gonna get here. I know Luke Sparks said before the on our podcast that, if you guys like Raptors, we go Raptors. So, I think this is gonna be a good time. And yeah, I'll let you guys know my review after the movie and things like that. Yeah, I'll see you guys there. Alrighty, we just got back from the Primitive War premiere. Just want to say a huge shout out to all the creators I invited to the event. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry that I rushed out. I spoke to Luke Spark at the end of it. Yeah, we'll get into that a bit after this, but I got some goodies. We got some goodies. I guess this will turn into a little unboxing here. But yeah, very Australian. I don't know if around the other places of the world, like where you guys do events and you guys do lolly bags and stuff like that, or indie bags. But yeah, we got a bunch of lollies, of dinosaur lollies, mind you. And Kelly, sorry, I got a Spinosaurus. I would assume this is a Spinosaurus, right? You also have these little dinosaur toys that we got. But yeah, you also have these little dinosaur lollies in here, which, it's a nice touch up. I like it. Thank you so much to the Primitive War team for this. And then we also have these cool bits of art as well. And Kelly also, yeah, I like taking Kelly to these things because then you get two of everything. Right? So there is a barcode at the each of every one of these things, these cool postcards that I really do like. These are sick. I want to scan one of these postcards to see what we get out of it. I think it's just to buy tickets. Yeah, it's just the thing to say buy your tickets. That's all it is. Okay, I thought it was like going to be free tickets to see it again, and I was like, okay, maybe no. Wait, we got the same things here. What dinosaur do we get out of this one? Did we get another dinosaur out of this one? I think we did. Oh yeah, we got it. I think that's the Dilophosaurus. I could be wrong. Oh yeah, we got these little dinosaurs in here. Did we get a sticker? I think Kelly got a pretty cool sticker as well. Oh, she did, but it's all bent. But she's silly. Yeah, she got this sticker, which is pretty cool. I'll show off my sticker. This is the sticker I got. You know, kept in fine. Good nick. Alrighty, and then we also got a few shirts as well that I will show you guys. I got all double XL. I don't know how these are gonna fit, and I normally get double XL. I like the baggy fit. Here is one of the shirts. Cool. I bought these shirts as well because, like, you know, indie film in Australia, dinosaurs. I gotta support it, you know what I mean? If I don't support it, what am I actually doing? You know, am I actually an influencer if I'm not influencing you guys to go watch this movie? And then there's this really cool green one with the Utah Raptor at the front of it, which is cool. And then, yeah, this is at the back of the shirt, which is cool as well. So, you know, love to see that. And my favorite one that I wanted to get, because I didn't see that green one before, when I saw the merch come out, I wanted to get the white one. I think the white one looks sick. I think this is clean. I think this is sick. And then, yeah, that's the back of it as well. But yeah, new shirts. I guess you guys want my review of the movie right now. Yeah. Obviously, I haven't read the books or anything yet of this movie, but I'm definitely going to read the books now after watching it because it was genuinely amazing, and I was really surprised with the story that I watched unfold. Like, I didn't think I was going to care much about, like, you know, a war movie. I'm not really much of a war dude. I don't really know much about war. So I thought I wasn't really going to relate or like connect or sympathize, you know what I mean? But I did write some stuff on the way home. So pretty much this dinosaur action was amazing. And obviously there is some parts where you do look at it, you're like, oh, that could have been better. But look, with the budget that they had and things like that, they did a tremendous job. And I think, and this is the one thing that I'm going to not shove down your throat, but I think some people in the community, especially the Jurassic community, they're just so, I understand it's a passion thing, but like competition is a good thing. And this film in particular didn't have a budget like Universal, where there's like hundreds of millions behind it, you know what I mean? It's an indie film, so, you know, there's going to be things in there that do look a bit, well, it wasn't that bad, honestly. Like, there was a few dino parts that like looked a bit, but it was more like other things. But yeah, it's only if you're really nitpicking. Other than that, it's like, I'm only just trying to, because I already know the online community is just going to be like, you know, so I'm just, you know, giving a bit of a warning that it's not going to be a polished multi-billion-dollar dinosaur. But yeah, that's if I'm nitpicking. If you're a fan of dinosaurs and want a more mature tone, and this is what I went into this movie with this mindset. I was like, okay, this is going to be a more mature tone. Like, as I said before in my last video, and even on the In General podcast and things like that, I think, you know, Jurassic Park fans are in their 30s and 40s. Jurassic World fans are like, you know, I'd say 18 plus now. You know, the movie came out 10 years ago. A lot of people did grow up with it, like Pro C, for example, and myself. I was 15 when the movie came out. He was a few years younger than me. He's in his early 20s. I'm in my mid 20s, you know what I mean? And there's like, and we're kind of that next generation. But even then, it still hasn't matured with us. This, if you want a more mature tone with your dinosaur movies, this definitely hit the mark for me. What I also said that is, it's not a field trip in the jungle, you know what I mean? This is a legitimate fight for survival with consequences, with life or death. It isn't just, you know, just there to make you go, ooh, imagine if this happened. No, like, people die, you know what I mean? People die to dinosaurs, you know, like, there's a lot of death in this movie. There is consequences, and it's nice seeing that scale of, like, you know, life or death on the big screen again when dinosaurs are involved. And as Luke Spark said on the In General, the Jurassic Outpost podcast, he said he loves randomness when it comes to the dinosaurs in the movie and being animals. And honestly, we really got that. There were so many shots, and I can't wait to see the community's reaction, because there were some dinosaurs in there. You're like, oh wow, like, and they just look amazing as well, but they're just being animals, you know what I mean? It was really great to see, and just because this is a spoiler-free review, but I should have said that at the start. But yeah, it is a spoiler-free review. So I'm not trying to like spoil or anything like that. If you like your dinosaurs being animals and showing animal behavior, you get a lot of that in this movie, and it's really great to see. Like, you see animals just sleeping to grazing to just, you know, showing mateship, like dinosaurs like finding mates and stuff like that. Obviously they're not going like that,
but there's companionship, just they're more than just monsters and just dinosaurs. There is more to them and they really capture that really well. I guess some of the dinosaurs were on demon mode for majority of the movie, and I don't want to say what dinosaur that was, but you can probably see it if you watch the trailers and things like that. But yeah, very cool. The raptors in this movie are very cool. The Utah Raptors, I'm sorry, they're really good. And if you are missing the raptors from Jurassic World Rebirth, you get your raptor fun in this movie. I will say that. Raptor fans, you guys are in for a treat. And if you guys love Utah Raptors, you guys are in for a treat. And yeah, they just really captured, dinosaurs in a great way and showing off how deadly that they can be as well. And I think that's really good. Now, like I said as well, the Marines and their story took me by surprise with how they, every character got a story, a little story. And I'm not trying to compare these two movies because they're totally different. You know what I mean? The only thing about them is that they have dinosaurs in it. But as an example, and I'm not comparing it, in regards to, the other characters in Jurassic World Rebirth, not Duncan or Henry Loomis or Scarlet, Atwater, and a few of the other people, you kind of see, you kind of don't really get a story behind them besides that they're just kind of there. But these guys, even though they're just there, they take the time to actually put a story behind them and things like that. And I really liked it, and it really just made the whole movie and the story even more captivating and, a lot more, consequences, life or death and things like that. Also, the other side of war and things like that, like PTSD and the mental health side of it, it's captured really well. And that took me by surprise. I didn't think they would go into that much, but yeah, they did that pretty well. I like the mental health side of things. And yeah, the characters did their job. There were some characters that are a tad questionable and their dialogue and things like that, but it's not that bad, honestly. Like I said, that's just me nitpicking. And I was honestly surprised with how funny it was, but I was surprised with how funny it was. I guess because it is a war movie set in Vietnam and they can use more colorful language and things like that. And they didn't shy away from it. And what I will say on that part where they, didn't shy away from colorful language, there is a lot of swearing. The movie is based in, Vietnam back in those days in the war movies and back in the war and stuff like that. So there is language there that, was used in that time. So, if you guys are going to try to cancel the movie, maybe do a little bit of research. But yeah, it really does set the tone. But I know a few people will, try to cancel it because there is a bit of swearing and other stuff in it. The gore was intense as well. Oh my God, if you want dinosaurs and gore, holy there is so many parts. I'm like, oh my God, you know what I mean? It was just crazy. If there was a time to say this, Primitive War is rated R. Yeah, no, it is gory as it is, I've never seen that personally, in a dinosaur media type thing, and it was beautiful to see, realistically. Not beautiful, but it was just crazy. Yeah, I honestly lost count with how many deaths happened in the first 15 minutes. Pretty cool. Yeah, fun, wild ride. And for an independent film, man, the scale of this movie was insane, and I kind of want to stop. I wish I didn't say it is an independent film even at the start of this video and in my other videos and stuff. I keep saying and defending and championing it's an independent film, but the scale really doesn't make it feel like an independent film. It is absolutely insane, the scale of this movie. And honestly, you can just tell how much passion Luke Spark and the team had for this movie, especially Luke Spark, man. Go watch the In General podcast, the In General Jurassic Outpost podcast where he's on it. He talks like one of us, and you can really see that in the movie. It is, if say a Jurassic fan like you or I wrote a dinosaur movie or made a dinosaur movie, that's what I got out of it. I genuinely think you should check it out. If you love dinosaurs as much as me, and as a Jurassic World and Jurassic Park fan, we need competition. Universal needs competition. And I think that's what a lot of people they're not understanding is that, you guys we're not going to get what we genuinely want from Universal or Jurassic movie. They're not going to listen to the fans. Maybe this might be, Primitive War might be the movie to light that fire up their ass to kick into gear and, actually do something, you know what I mean? Because, yes, Rebirth, it's a good movie. There is some things wrong with it. They messed up the lore and things like that. And to me, that just shows that they just don't care. They don't have that much care about it. If, they're getting things wrong with their own movie and just don't look like they want to bother to fix it. I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but actions speak louder than words. and that's what their actions are. I think competition is a great thing. I think you guys should go support this movie if you want more dinosaur media that's more mature tone and just something different, you know what I mean? It really doesn't shy away, and it's definitely not family friendly. Obviously, there is a place for family friendly, and that's marketed towards kids. I know most Jurassic fans don't want that, and this is the movie where you can have that. But yeah, that's enough about me yapping. Go watch Primitive War. This review is like 13 minutes, so you know that's jackaroonies. But anyways, thank you Luke Spark for inviting me. Thank you Primitive War for inviting me. Thank you to Jurassic Outpost. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do this. I hope you guys like this vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed it and things like that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.